What's going on everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm going to go and collect some parts now from my dad's lockup. I'm going to collect them, throw them in the boot of the car. This is going to be like the parts hoard part 2 if you like. I've got a lot of parts for the EG and I've just been storing them. I've got all sorts of stuff. I've got, you know, short final drive ratios, synchro coated, carbon coated synchros. I've got all sorts of random stuff and I need to get them all in one place, pull the white EG out eventually and get it off over to Ash so he can do that, and then rip that thing apart and save the bits that I need to save off of that and sort of store them, and then I can sort of concentrate on getting everything together into one sort of big pile and say, right, here's a list of everything I've got, here's a list of everything I need, and work on that list of everything that I need, and then I'll have everything together in one place, hopefully at my dad's drive come spring, maybe summer, depends how long it takes, to then throw everything together. That's the big long-term plan. Don't know, I don't know. But I'm off to go get the parts that I've already got and already started collecting. So I've just rocked up a couple of old D15 B2s, old cat, downpipe. Is it still a cat? Probably not. And the EG. So as you can see, I've gone over it before, but this is a non-sunroof, bare bones, basic. Did have the bracketry in the rear, on the rear seat. Just there, look, it had the bracketry in the rear seat for the JDM rear bench seat. But I don't want to use that. I'll be using the normal UK sort of interior. But yeah, it's not bad. Just need to get it shifted. But what I have come here for is all this stuff behind this bonnet. So now I've moved that Prelude bonnet, you can see the sort of stuff we've got. Got like a few like leftover bushes and stuff. All the bushes have been fit basically, but there's other things in there. Ooh, it's an expensive box. Oh, and a heavy box. M Factory. Crappy speakers. Spare gear linkage. Oh, bloody hell. There's all sorts of random crap. So anyway, so I'm going to go through it, bag up everything, and then we'll get through, you know, showing you guys what exactly I've got later on. So I've got everything that I came for. I've just put everything back now. I just wanted to say these lights, as crap as I wired them up and all the rest of it, they are still holding on pretty well. I just used whatever wire I could find. There's a video on this. These are the most budget. I think I paid £22 for all 8 lights. They're LED, they run off a 12 volt battery, and yeah, they're brilliant. So now that I've got everything I need, I can disconnect this and lock up. So the pile of stocked up car parts has grown just a little bit more now, and I've got probably another mass of things that I need to get to make sure we've got everything for the car, but I think it's coming together really well. Let me show you. So here we have some spare tail lights. The reason I got these was to do the JDM rear tail light conversion. Now if you're not familiar, the JDM tail light conversion includes the middle lights also illuminating with the normal driving lights. So I sort of got a full set because they were cheap at the time, and if I break some, I've got spares. In here then I've sort of added some brake prop valves, some wheel bearings, front axle, drive shafts. I don't know if I mentioned them previously. In here we've got some bushes, not the typical bushing set that you would find in here, because what I do have is all the bushings already fitted to the EG Civic, except these odd few in here. So I've got in this box, I've already opened it and got out what I needed to get out, but I've got a I've already opened it and put in a few more bushes, sort of squashed in some anti-roll bar bushes. These are upper ball joints. Probably won't use those. I believe I've got them because they didn't work when I tried replacing them previously when the car was on the road. So they might just end up in the bin. but we've got some rear trailing arm bushes, you know, the really big ones that sort of go through the trailing arm. We've got these here, which are actually from a Honda Prelude, and I'm going to be using these as like a brake duct in the front bumper and try and push air through a pipe maybe onto the back end of that into the path of the brake disc. This though is where stuff gets exciting, definitely gets exciting in my book. So we've got the normal Torco engine oil, we've got a Syncrotech carbon synchro set, full set there by Syncrotech. Focus on that, get the idea. Full bearing set, so that's the diff bearings, and got all the rubber boots and seals and everything in this little box. So that is definitely exciting. Oh, just move that out of the way. We've then got in here a Honda Accord Type R shifter and short shifter, and a couple of other little bits, miscellaneous bits. And then here, finally, M Factory. If you know what they're all about, they're about gear ratios. This is an M Factory final drive for the H22 gearbox, and it's a 4.64 final drive. Now if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen the gear ratios, but basically I'm going to end up with a car that does about 56 in second, 80 or so in third, 107, 108 in fourth, and about 146 or something in fifth, something like that. I can't exactly remember what the gear ratios will be, and that's a standard rev limiter. If the rev limiter is increased slightly, it'll go just a touch over 150 top speed, which it will hit, by the way. I had it on Elvington, was it Elvington drag strip or Elvington runway? When they made it into a runway anyway, I had it down there, 5th gear with the old Honda Prelude gearbox, and it touched just over 160, which is scary in a Civic. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go downstairs and get some grub. But really exciting stuff. I absolutely love the fact that this is all coming together, and I've literally got everything now for the gearbox, right through to the hubs, including the wheel bearings, everything bearing wise for the gearbox, all that sort of stuff. I just need to get some Honda Bond, so the entire gearbox in its entirety is sort of covered. And we'll go into what I need to get, and you know, a couple of purchases, nothing crazy, but what I need to get to make sure we're completely set suspension wise for the car once it's ready to be rebuilt. And just to finish off the evening, I've been making something from Hello Fresh, some what's that, hoisin beef and rice. Really nice. Or should I say, it smells really nice, so I assume it's going to taste really good as well. So that meal was absolutely banging, if I do say so myself, and I just thought I'd run through real quickly what sort of things we've got left to do parts wise. Don't mind me just loading up the PlayStation. But yeah, I thought I'd run through what sort of parts we've got left over or outstanding, shall we say. There's not much, believe it or not. I want to get the handbrake cables, so I need to get a pair of lower ball joints, camber arms, toe arms, anti-roll bar drop links front and rear. Camber arms and toe arms, by the way, for the rear only. I'm not going to be cambering the front anymore. The progressive camber that you get on the EG and EK chassis from the dual wishbone suspension is pretty much perfect even for track use. Steering rack seal kit and handbrake cables left and right, and then it's all stuff like oil filters, fuel filters, timing belts, crankshaft main seals, you know, front and rear main seals, all that sort of stuff. So it's gonna come together quite well, and I've not got many things left to buy at all really. If anything, a lot of these things that I want to get aren't necessities, they are wants. Things like, you know, a fiberglass bonnet to go with a fiberglass boot lid that I've already got, an armrest and nice leather door inserts and things like that, you know, like red stitching and stuff. So I've got a few things on the cards that I can do modifications wise to make it look nice and pretty and all the rest of it once it's built and done. But as far as parts I need to build it and get it done, there's not many things left. I mean, I'm considering getting like a rigid collar set, although it's never really been a problem on the EG, especially when I've, you know, driven it and tracked it previously before I had the channel. A rear cross brace I do want to get, because it's known on the EGs, especially when they get older, that the sealant on the roof where the rear quarter panel meets the roof panel, and the sealant down the channels there where the rain goes to fall off of the back of the car down the rear window. It's quite well known that the EGs, after a while, especially with chassis flex and stuff like that, especially when you're doing, you know, stiff suspension, poly bushes, coilovers, all the rest of it, the chassis flexes and it actually cracks the sealant in that area, which causes water to go inside the car. So I will be putting a rear cross brace on, but yeah, it's all sort of stuff like that really. So this is part 2 of the parts hoard. Part 3 will probably be the final part, and hopefully there will be a video where the car goes off to Leadfoot Ash. Shout out again to go and get fully done and dusted. That will be a long process. I can't wait for it, to be honest. Yeah, we're just stacking car parts. Oh, and I need to break the red car. I need to take all the parts off the red car, throw all the standard crap on, and get that gone as well. Get the red shell gone. I will most likely be scrapping it. I'm going to reach out to a couple of people that said they wanted it. Don't think they will do when they see it, but yeah, maybe you can find another home. Maybe they can spend a lot more money than what I'm willing to spend on the red chassis to refurb it, because it will be complete panels, not only on the exterior but on the interior. I digress. It'll probably end up getting scrapped. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.